Of course, Duff, one of the founding members of Guns N' Roses and Velvet Revolver, in case you're wondering why that name was familiar. Also a columnist for the Seattle Weekly, a financial columnist for Playboy.com, and a martial arts expert. Dude.
That's right.
Mixed martial arts or just straight up martial arts?
It's got what I do and done for a long time is Aikido kick. It's a kickboxing style.
Okay.
So
I got Frank Trigg in the. He's mixed martial arts.
I recognize that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows who my sensei is, I'm sure. Benny Jet.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I was just talking about Benny about 20 minutes ago.
He's talking. We can't hear his ass, but he can grab a mic.
So it's a thing. It's this thing that really saved my ass. When I got sober in '94, and somebody introduced me to Sensei Benny, and who's a infamous kickboxer who really, I think, brought that to the States. Back in the 70s.
Actually, I was with Scott Coker from Strikeforce.
Yeah.
He was in 2 nights ago, and he introduced me to one of his buddies who used to be Benny the Jet's manager when he first got in the movies. I go home, and this morning, what turns on, but Grosse Point Blank, and we had all the famous fight scene, and I'm like, that's Benny. So he's wrapped around my head now for the last 4 days. That's all I've been talking about.
So you were meant to come by.
Obviously, yeah, obviously. You don't mind I'm standing between your daughters, do you?
I don't, man. They're probably safe over there. So did you ever see the fight scene in Meals on Wheels, him and Jackie Chan?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's like a classic, long,
yeah,
5 minutes.
It's about 5 minutes and 22 seconds or something stupid. It ended up getting all the records for the longest uncut fight scene.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And
So fighting saved your life?
it did.
Yeah.
A little weird.
It saved your life too. Whatever.
Weird. Yeah, but I'm half psychotic, so it kind of works.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
I was half psychotic too, and he got the other half. Well, I was fully psychotic.
Half.
He got
Half my ass.
Really? No, whatever. But it's something I really like, really enjoy. It's a way of life for me. You know, it's the Aikido style, and it's not just what you do in the ring or in the dojo. It's how you carry yourself, really.
Yeah.
When you first started training, I'm sorry, Claude.
Go ahead, baby.
When you first started training, were you like me, where you first started training, you knew just enough to get you in more trouble and actually get you out of trouble? Because you're like, I know something now, so let me go test it. And after you've been in it for a while, you're like, you know what? That really hurts. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to sit here and be nice.
You mean in the ring?
Yeah, anywhere, whether it was in the academy or out in the street or just in the very beginning of your training, were you still kind of on that edge of insanity the whole time?
You know, Benny teaches, like, from day one, though, is you're going to be learning things, and you're getting into the ring after a few months too, and you're fighting guys who really know how to fight. And for me, I was like, well, those guys, I fight all day long, so when I went out someplace, the last thing I wanted to do was fight. And I knew, you know, there could be some badass in the bar, and you know what happened? I didn't feel the threat anymore. That thing that if you're just a guy walking off the street, like, I feel kind of threatened by that guy. I don't know why, but I do. And I stopped. That edge was taken off. Not
you
that
had a certain power all of a sudden, inner power.
Yeah, and it wasn't like I felt like, oh, I'm a badass, I can take him. It wasn't even that. It was just all of a sudden, I just didn't feel that edge.
Yeah.
I've only had to use it one time. It was outside of this country when a crazed fan.
Yeah. And you took him down.
Jumped on my back off of a wall, and it was just instantaneous, and it was took care of the situation, and but it's good that I had that for that.
Sure.
But that's the only time I'd ever, you know, it's not
Put it
like
to use.
I walk around going, yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't look like a fighter to me.
No?
But you just look like a real chill, cool kind of guy, peaceful. You know, I don't know about hugging any trees or anything, but certainly.
Yeah, I never had to fight to make a, you know, to pay my rent. And,
Right.
And so I've fought plenty of guys who that's what they do for a living, and it's great. And I know the difference. I know that there's me. I can walk home. I can walk out and go to my house and play guitar, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Trigg has got to either kick someone's ass or
Yeah.
Well,
wash some dishes or what.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit in front of 25,000 fans trying to sing and play guitar either. We all have our own little things we're good at, and some things I know I'm not going to do, and some things I'm not doing, so it's fine.
Yeah, we get a lot of MMA guys coming in now. It used to be like the Thai guys would come in to see Benny to learn how to use their hands. But now we get MMA guys coming in the dojo to learn whatever they can from Benny. You know, he's an amazing boxer.
See, he's so old, people forget that Benny was actually in the weight class that all the Thai guys are really good. That was Benny's weight. It was like 147 or something. But he was the first guy that most Thai guys just kick and have their hands up there for no reason, just to block stuff. He was the first guy that actually punched you in the mouth as you're falling down and kicked you in the face.
Yeah.
And so it was a different knockout. You're like, well, I'm getting beat up, and now I got hurt.
And he would
Yeah.
go to Thailand and Japan to fight all their champions because they wouldn't, in the 70s, they wouldn't
Yeah.
come here.
So I'm scared to death to come over here.
Yeah. So he went there and became champion over there first. And then they call it full contact karate
Yeah.
in the 70s.
Now they call it just getting your ass kicked.
Now yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it feels like.